Hey guys, and welcome back to Yolama Gaming. Today we'll be talking about ARK's upcoming Survival of the Fittest game type. Now this is the older trailer for it, but it's essentially the same game, just improved upon, and cross-platform. So I'm not sure if that means exactly we're going to have wildcard login accounts or like Microsoft ones, similar to what Minecraft has. But it will be interesting to see. Who knows, maybe that means a future of cross-platform and general ARK gameplay. I don't know. I'm not saying that's confirmed, but that seems like it could be possible if they're doing it for Survival of the Fittest. And it is still supposed to release this month as far as we know. Who knows when that'll be with the Christmas event that's dropping today or sometime later this month. But yeah, really excited to make content and just play this mod. Really fun. And yeah, so I'm gonna go over some tips real quick for it for those of you hopping in for the first time or for the first time in a while. Now I would say obviously tame stuff, because it's a game about dinosaurs and a battle royale. You have to have dinosaurs, otherwise you're not gonna make it. Secondly, don't like build a whole castle like these people did right there, because yeah, it's just the map closes in. And it would really stink if you built your base outside of the map boundaries. And plus, if you put it towards the center where it's not going to get blocked off, then everybody's going to see it. And you're just going to get attacked just sitting in there. So yeah, definitely stay mobile and stay in communication with your teammates. And just a lot of the things that apply for regular ARK PvP, I would say apply in Survival of the Fittest as well. Now, if you don't know which weapons are good in the PvP meta, I would highly recommend my video going over that. And now, obviously, you won't have access to much of the tech stuff, but most of the tech stuff I did not rank very high on the tier list anyway, just because it's so hard to get. I would recommend, though, Survival of the Fittest, definitely use that torch. And on top of that, don't trust anyone, because I've seen like videos with YouTubers and they like just like playing this mod and they just see someone and they kind of ignore them if they're not in their group, and they just let them walk about. That usually ends up to them getting killed, because usually that person is either just waiting for an opportune moment to strike, or they're just seeing what you have, how hard you'll be to fight and stuff like that. So don't let your enemies get any information that you don't want them to have. Don't let them get any advantages you don't want them to have. And in Survival of the Fittest, the wild dinos are still very much a real threat, so you're going to want to watch out for those. You don't want to die to one of those. That'll be rather embarrassing, especially if it's like a compy or an ant or something like that. So you probably are going to want to make sure you have some movement speed. Also, some other early game tips is to run away from the center. Don't try to go for the cornucopia. It's not worth the risk. And try to obtain hide armor as well, because that offers you a pretty decent amount of protection early game. So yeah, just some other tips starting off there in Survival of the Fittest. Additionally, there are random events that can occur, kind of like in Hunger Games. They're called evolution events, and yeah, these can be good or bad, and I assume they will be making a return in the console version that's releasing soon, although it's also available on PC. Just the newer version of Survival of the Fittest essentially is what I mean. I would assume they're making a reappearance, and that's like all sorts of things, from like fireballs from the sky to like swarms of giant insects and stuff like that. So just really cool, kind of helps spice up the gameplay, keep things interesting. And I also found this information out from ARK Wiki. You can go on there, see what all the different evolution events are, but it says that Survival of the Fittest can actually be played in tribes of sizes 1 to 5, although 5 is only on like unofficial servers and stuff like that. So very interesting. Wonder if all of these different types will release to us on console or just the 4-player version, because I've only heard about the 4-player version so far. But I certainly almost forgot about evolution events, and they certainly should not be taken lightly if you're just hopping into this, because they can really mess you up, or they can really improve your chances of winning. And yeah. Now the XP as well is boosted, I believe, But I also read on a Steam discussion post that I will put up on here for you guys that if you kill someone in Survival of the Fittest, then you get all of their XP. So basically, it gives you levels and stuff. Now, I don't know if that applies to the new Survival of the Fittest, but like I said, this new one should be very comparable to the old one. But either way, it's still nice to get content like this late in Arc 1, and just really good content accessible to everyone, including Switch players, but later next year, unfortunately for you guys. But definitely an amazing mod. If you don't usually like Arc PvP, I'd say this is a good outlet, because unlike official PvP or something where you have to dedicate like enormous amounts of time for enormous amounts of risk, this is just kind of like a more casual way to play Arc PvP, and a really exciting and hype one too. I heard that there's some sort of esports thing forming with Arc, and I would assume it's over Survival of the Fittest, because it does have more of that competitive game style, as well as, you know, casual players too. But just interesting to see. Yeah. And that's pretty much what I had to say about Ark Survival of the Fittest. Like I said, I'll be making several videos on it when it comes out. Probably just a few regular gameplays of them, and then I already have some ideas of like how I want to troll people on them. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it releases before December 31st, because that'd be kind of disappointing if they waited all the way until 11:59 December 31st and meant like, hey, it's still released 2022, so it's not late. Sounds like something Wildcard would do. But yeah, just either way, a good update, and it's definitely coming soon. Again, we don't know exactly when, but definitely worth picking up and checking out and just enjoying. So yeah, make sure to hop on with some friends and be the last tribe surviving. I'll see you guys on there whenever it releases.